Apple dropped new products last week, but here's what they didn't tell you. The one device that actually has people waiting isn't even part of that lineup. And that's because Apple is clearly holding it back for something bigger, the Apple Watch Ultra 4. And based on what's leaking right now, this isn't just another yearly update, it's shaping up to be a serious upgrade in the areas that actually matter. What's really happening here is Apple quietly reworking the Ultra from the inside out. One of the biggest leaks suggests that the Ultra 4 could feature nearly double the number of sensor components compared to the current model. That's not just a spec bump, it signals a shift in how Apple wants the watch to operate. Right now, a lot of Apple Watch health tracking depends heavily on algorithms interpreting signals. But with more dedicated sensors, Apple can rely less on software guesswork and more on actual physical data. That means more accurate readings, faster response times, and surprisingly, better efficiency as well. Less processing load translates to less power consumption, which directly ties into battery life improvements. Now, before expectations get out of control, one feature that's still not ready is blood sugar monitoring. Apple has been chasing that for years, and while progress has been reported, it's not expected to land on the Ultra 4 just yet. Still, the sensor overhaul alone could be one of the biggest upgrades the Apple Watch has seen in a long time, even if it's not something you immediately notice from the outside. Speaking of the outside, there are also hints at design changes, but this is where things get a bit unclear. Earlier reports talked about a major redesign, but more recent information suggests Apple might be playing it safe this year. So instead of a dramatic new look, expect refinements, maybe slight adjustments in size, weight, or materials. Previously, Apple had plans tied to micro-LED display technology that could have pushed for a bigger and more noticeable redesign. But since that tech appears delayed, those plans may have been pushed back as well. So realistically, Ultra 4 will probably look familiar, just more refined. Where things start to get more interesting again is with biometric authentication. There's leaked code pointing toward Apple experimenting with Touch ID on future Apple Watch models, including what appears to be the 2026 lineup. Internally, this is referenced as Apple Mesa, a codename Apple has historically used for Touch ID. If this actually makes it into the Ultra 4, it would be a meaningful usability upgrade. Right now, entering passcodes or relying on your iPhone for authentication isn't always seamless. With Touch ID integrated likely into the side button, digital crown, or action button, Apple could make unlocking, payments, and secure actions much faster and more convenient without adding friction. At the same time, efficiency seems to be a major focus across the board. Reports suggest that the Ultra 4 will bring significant improvements in power efficiency, likely driven by a new S-series chip, along with the upgraded sensor system. Battery life already saw its first real improvement with the previous Ultra model, and it looks like Apple is pushing even further this time. What's interesting is that Apple might not necessarily increase battery size. Instead, they could shrink the physical battery while maintaining or even improving overall battery life. That would free up internal space for additional sensors or other hardware improvements, which fits perfectly with everything else we're hearing. All of this points toward a very specific strategy. Apple isn't trying to completely reinvent the Ultra this year. There's no radical redesign, no headline-grabbing experimental feature ready to ship. Instead, the focus is on refining the core experience, making health tracking more reliable, improving efficiency, tightening up the design, and potentially introducing a more seamless way to authenticate directly from your wrist. The expected launch is still about 6 months away, likely happening alongside the next iPhone event in early September, so there's plenty of time for more leaks to fill in the gaps. But even at this stage, the direction is clear. The Apple Watch Ultra 4 isn't trying to look drastically different. It's trying to work better in every way that counts. And honestly, that might be exactly what Ultra users have been waiting for. So, what do you guys think about the upcoming Apple Watch Ultra 4? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.